Welcome to Internet Fi. Here are 10 rules when talking about death. Rule 1. Tell them as soon as possible. It's important to start with what they know about death, and then expand on that. Be gentle and trustful. Tell them in a comfortable, safe, and familiar place. And make sure it's in language they'll understand. Never assume they understand the way you do. Rule 2. Be truthful. Children can sense dishonesty. So don't create lies to protect them. Don't make up stories that will have to be changed later on, because that only confuses them and promotes emotional instability. Don't withhold information either, within reason, which I'll state with Rule 3. Place emphasis on the facts and avoid euphemisms. For example, passed away, departed, went away, got sick. They will associate that illness and death go hand in hand and may think a common cold will kill them. Rule 3. Share only details they're ready to hear. Truthfulness should be balanced with their readiness for details. For example, tell them someone died in a horrible car accident, but maybe not say they were decapitated and their head flew off down the highway in the process. Children will actualize a crisis like an adult. It's not uncommon for them to ask about death later in life, and that provides the opportunity to deliver information that wasn't previously shared. For instance, the decapitation. Rule 4. Encourage expression of feelings. A child will experience stages of grief very similar to those of adults. Adults typically follow the 5 stages, while kids have 7. And they rely on adults for permission to feel loss. The best way for them to learn is to hear and watch adults, because they get their understanding of grief through their senses. It's not unusual for them to go up to people and just make a statement like, "My parent died," because they want to see how that person will react and give them a clue as to how they should react. So it's important for adults to feel their grief in the presence of the child. Explain why you're sad and reassure them that it is okay for them to feel sad and cry, and that it's okay if they aren't. Rule 5. Take the child to the funeral. Seeing is believing. They should be given the option to view the body, but don't force them. A funeral can be a positive experience, but their level of involvement in the funeral process should be their individual decision. Give them the choice as to the extent of their involvement. Rule 6. Take the child to the cemetery. It can be comforting to them to know where the body is buried and how it got there. It can also help them direct their grief at an appropriate object. This lessens emotional disorganization, and it lessens the child's chances of denying or avoiding the death. Rule 7. Let them tell others about death. Adults talking over children creates anxiety. When the child can explain it to another person in their own words, they feel more in control and have a greater understanding, so let them speak. Rule 8. Encourage talk of the loss. This allows feelings to be expressed and incorrect ideas about any aspect of the loss to be corrected. Rule 9. Be available to answer questions. You need to answer each question as sincerely and accurately as possible. Understand that some can be answered, but simply being available is important. And be patient, because they will ask the same question repeatedly. And Rule 10. Never tell them how they should or shouldn't feel. You don't like it when people do it to you, so don't do it to children. They should be encouraged to express any feelings, and they should feel accepted for it. Being told not to feel a certain way leads to emotionally playing dead, and that'll create repression, which creates interpersonal conflicts in their later life due to the inability to communicate their emotions. And those are 10 rules when talking about death. I hope those helped. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again later.